Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
Throwing to start the drive. Hall shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, it's only the first snap of the game. We're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Love. Over the middle, it's complete. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
The Vikings had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
They run again on 1st down. Cook.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 18 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go. It's roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Got Dobbs over the middle. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw now, here's Love. And he's got his man on the out route. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Love now. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's going to have a Packers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Love's throw brought in by Watson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. 50, green.
I got you. 58's the money.
Throwing. Love. And he will find his man on the outside. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw. Hall. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hall. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cook up the gut. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Back to throw. Hall. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. 95.
Here's Hall on 1st and 10. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw again.
We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. He'll dump this off to Cook. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the cut.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Looking to throw. Hall. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Play did on the last one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Love going to give this one to Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On the counter, here's Jones. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Hall looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Third and long for Love. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. $39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To throw it is Hall. Throwing to start the drive.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Hall setting up the screen for Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The return is Reed.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
The Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first and 10, Love, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To throw again on second down.
Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here are the Vikings now to start. disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
Love now to pass on first down.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down.
Love. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Final play of the half. Love. And that is incomplete. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room.
As well. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3 as they begin their second half here. Charles, offensively, not where they want to be. Obviously, they're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. Now a second down and 6.
Operating from the gun, Love, and his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Love. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
An inside give to Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Love. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Quick slant to Watson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Up the middle, Jones. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw.
Love. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10.
So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. But that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Kenny Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Hall to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Hall now throwing on 3rd and long. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Corey Davis, 81 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 5. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Packers ready to take over offensively.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A give to Jones. And he'll push his way forward to about the 6 DBs on 3rd. Looking to throw. Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Hall.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Hall to throw on 3rd down.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Now Hall on 1st down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 40-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Off the play fake. Hall. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Ready. 10 black.
To throw it is Hall. Throwing on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They run it again with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Hall. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jordan Phillips. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Love. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. First down, going to the air with Love. Finds his receiver, Watson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Love. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
43.
First down, Love to pass. This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Again, it's Love.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The give is to Jones. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Love. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Hall looking to throw on 2nd down.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 1st down, here's the run with the last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jordan Phillips picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. from the 29. Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Here's Love. Jones has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Love's throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Love. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Love. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Love looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. One last shot now for Love. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey,
the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 25 on second down, Wilson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Wilson, open man here is Conklin.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Wilson. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A first down carry for Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Newton. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Newton. He completes it to Julio Jones.
And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Giants at 3-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Catch made here by Campbell.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again, Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton.
Firing, and Julio Jones has it on his slant.
And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. It takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run with Hall.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Newton. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And the Jets D, they call out a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Here's Newton. Caught by Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Hall again.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Hall ought to give up the middle.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Carter.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Newton. Escapes, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
John Franklin Myers in there to drop him. At sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Now Newton gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And the Jets will take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Looking deep for Julio.
And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's second down.
On 2nd and 10. Newton. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
On the draw, this is Barkley.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Newton now to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Newton. Keeps himself upright. And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Gano's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 2nd and very short, Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
So we're at halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Newton. He dumps it off to Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Out to his left. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Wilson on the jet sweep. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Well, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Quinnen Williams, his 2nd sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, he completes it to Jones. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Newton to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defenses. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A give to Barkley out of the gun.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down and 3.
It's Barkley on the counter. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. Well, that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. Here's Wilson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath.
If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Throwing is Wilson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Give them 32 on the play.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Newton's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
2nd and 2. Back to throw. Newton. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Newton. That's complete right around the 8. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Newton throwing again. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Newton. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. He hit his first, this one from 38. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On first down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wilson. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Caught. It's Wilson. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again is Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Open man is Uzama.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now out come the Giants. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months.
They left in the middle of a cold night in 1984, but the Colts are back, and we're underway in Baltimore. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Richardson going right to the air.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Second down, here's Richardson.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
This is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
3rd and long for Richardson.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson. The solid stiff arm. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
1st and goal from the 3.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And they'll run again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Touchdown! A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
On 1st down, Richardson.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. To throw is Jackson. It's caught by OBJ.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his target, Beckham.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Richardson to the air on first down.
Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Taken down at the 47-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Richardson on 3rd and short.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. The 30. 10. 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And it is now 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Richardson now on 2nd down.
They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
Flush to his right. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Now Richardson. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Gay's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The Ravens on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Jackson.
Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
From Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's brought down. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down.
Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And Richardson back to throw it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check, check. Lucky.
Richardson off the play fake.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Darnell Mooney.
27 yards.
And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
And that is caught downfield by Beckham.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his... And in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tucker with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
1 second, all that remains. A final shot before the half. Richardson
airing it out deep for Woods. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So,
all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now Jackson on 1st down. Going right back to Beckham here, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers.
Down inside the 10.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they